Every musical should have an I want song. It gives a clear idea of what the character's motivations are. The I want song is the first major moment of character development. The audience needs to know who they are at the start of the narrative in order to see them change into a hero later in the story. The most common version of the I want song is for them to directly sing it. They can want literally anything, but the common ground is that they want more than what they currently have.
I wanna be where the people are.
I'm gonna be a celebrity, get my own place in the pantheon.
Ariel went up to the surface to ask Scuttle about her human collectibles. However, when King Triton finds out, he forbids her from going again. Ariel doesn't understand how the people who make such amazing items could be so bad. She longs to be up there with them. Roxie wants to be a celebrity. She wants status. She wants everyone to know her name. From the placement of this song, it fits more as a becoming song because she talks about how everyone was telling her no, but now, with all the publicity in the papers, everything is coming with yes. The song is still defining what she wants, but her want was earlier established when she imagined herself on stage in the place of Velma Kelly.
That
Demeter wants Persephone to follow in her footsteps and become the god of the harvest. Persephone doesn't respect her mother's powers and would rather find her own place in the pantheon. In an existential I want song, the character doesn't have an exact thing they want. They just want something more than what they currently have. They may not be happy with the way their life is going, so they want a new direction. By keeping their choices open, they can choose the most engaging opportunity that comes their way. These songs tend to be very metaphorical or poetic. If the song is too vague though, it doesn't set up a very strong character arc.
But I dreamed the day might send just around the riverbend.
Something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon.
Don't know where I'm gonna look, but I'm gonna find my purpose.
Pocahontas has been having dreams pointing her in an unknown direction. Meanwhile, Coquim has asked her father for her hand in marriage. If she settles for marrying Coquim, then she would have to give up on exploring that dream just around the riverbend. Tony is working hard at his job and feels something big is coming. Maybe a dame, maybe something else. He doesn't know. It sounds like he's waiting for a miracle. All he knows is that this feeling is much better than when he was a jet. Preston is out of college and wants to move into the next stage of his life. Unfortunately, before he works his first shift, he gets laid off from work. He starts thinking about what his purpose could be. He just doesn't know where to begin though. Sometimes the hero waits for the inciting incident to drop an opportunity into their life. If the inciting incident is the main focus of the song, then they say what they want as a one-off statement and the song adds context to their want.
Must create a desperate need in your town for a boys' band.
It's Todd now. Sweeney Todd. And he will have his revenge.
Harold Hill wants to scam River City and states this want before singing to the townsfolk. He needs to convince the crowd that there is trouble brewing in the neighborhood and that they can solve this problem by establishing a boys' band. He is the one causing the commotion about the pool table, so that later he can jump in as the savior. Mrs. Lovett tells Sweeney Todd the fate of his wife, how Judge Turpin and Beadle lured her to the party to assault her. Because of the shame, she drank a bottle of poison. Then Todd learns that his daughter is still alive, but she was taken in by Judge Turpin. He declares his intent for revenge at the end of the song. The protagonists aren't the only characters that can get an I want song. Everyone is the hero of their own story, so it's only natural for them to desire something too. Even villains have the plans they set in motion to achieve what they want.
I want the good times back.
Choose me or your pyre.
Idiots! There will be a king!
Hey, but you said,
I will be king!
Ursula used to rule half the ocean, but when she abused her black magic and tortured her subjects, King Triton banished her. Now she wants to bring those good times back, but King Triton is the only one in her way. She reckons that using Ariel is the best plan to lure out Triton. Frollo has become enchanted with Esmeralda. After she scorned him at the Festival of Fools, he calls for her to be arrested. Frollo believes himself to be pure, but his lust for her is strong. He wants her for himself. If not, then she will burn. Scar wants to become king, so he plans to kill Mufasa. He gets the hyenas devoted to the cause by promising that they will never go hungry again. All the hyenas have to do is carry out their role in the plan. The initial thing that the hero wishes for is only a surface-level emotional want. At the beginning of the story, the hero has a deep-seated flaw or a misunderstanding that they need to fix. The character must go on their hero's journey to find what they wanted in order to realize what's actually important to them. Using Simba from Lion King as an example, Simba's I Want song starts because Zazu states that one day Simba and Nala would be married. It's a tradition going back generations. Simba responds with,
"When I'm king, that'll be the first thing to go."
Simba has an immature understanding of what it means to be king, but he still believes he will be a mighty king. This whole scene echoes the conversation Simba had with Mufasa.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Oh, there's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
Simba's want isn't to become king. That will just happen naturally. During the song, Simba and Nala are sarcastically parroting the advice from Zazu, because they don't want to be told what to do.
No one's saying do this.
Now, when I said that,
No one's saying be there.
what I meant was...
Simba's actual want is to be free to do whatever he wants.
Free to do it all my way.
That's what he believes being king is. It is only after going through the hero's journey that Simba gets reminded of his responsibilities as king. The ghost of Mufasa needed to tell him that he is so much more than what he has become, and he needs to take his rightful place in the circle of life. The I Want song is used to tell the audience what the character's motivations are. This goal becomes the driving force in the story. The song tells us what the emotional want is, while also setting up the character's flaws. Overcoming these flaws and learning from their journey is how a character becomes a hero. Thanks for watching. In the comments, write what your favourite I Want song is. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos.